This is the Royal Rush. This is La Yuqawam pour Homme. This is my take on it in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to J-ROYL, everyone. This is the Royal Rush, where I rush through my take on a fragrance in 3 minutes or less. La Yuqawam pour Homme is by Rasasi, and this, of course, is a clone of Tuscan Leather by Tom Ford. Now, some fragrance clones are just inspired by other fragrances, but they go in their own direction. La Yuqawam is pretty darn close to the original, except it has a little more of a pronounced raspberry. If you aren't familiar with the note breakdown of this or Tuscan Leather, it's a suede type of leather with some raspberry and saffron and a little bit of woods as well. There is a tiny bit of an amber and floral quality with the jasmine as well, but the main players here are definitely leather and raspberry. Although the leather note in this is fairly strong, I wouldn't call it overly animalic. It isn't extremely heavy. I find the saffron meshes quite well with the raspberry, which balances that dark suede leather really, really well. Longevity is very good with this fragrance, similar to Tuscan Leather. I get about 12 to 14 hours on most applications, and the projection is quite heavy for the first 3 hours. Why I love this fragrance. If Tuscan Leather didn't exist, this would be a very unique fragrance. The value is incredible with this fragrance. Every time I mention La Yuqawam, I talk about how good of a buy it is because of the fact it's basically half the price of the original, yet you're getting 50% more mLs inside. It's a 75 ml bottle as opposed to your standard 50 ml private blend. 50% more fragrance at 50% of the total cost. And also, I gotta give a shout out to the presentation on this bottle. It's a black matte finish with a rose gold leaf, and then you have this box that's wood and metal and magnetic. Like, how cool is that? Why I hate this fragrance? I feel like there's such thing as being too close to the original. Rasasi got very, very close to Tuscan Leather with this, but that 5% that they missed really makes all the difference for me. The unfortunate thing about this fragrance's lifespan is it kind of skips the amazing opening of Tuscan Leather and goes right into that mid. It stays pretty consistent, it doesn't really change or fluctuate at all, which is a bit of a shame to me. I almost wish it was a little bit more different so I can justify having them both. But I find this fragrance is about 10% different than Tuscan Leather, and it's that missing 10% that I really, really crave while I'm wearing this, which means I would rather just wear the original. Is this bottle worthy? Oh yeah! This is one of the best leather fragrances under 100 bucks. It does an amazing job at cloning Tuscan Leather, and the price is phenomenal. If you're kind of a fan of Tuscan Leather, but don't want to buy it, buy this instead. But if you're a super fan of Tuscan Leather, this won't necessarily cut it for you. Cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it. That was the Royal Rush. My name is James. Peace.